Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff. A squad that's looking to put on a show. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the offense out for their first possession. Well, the energy of this building, Chris, is just going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, le bon temps roulé. Let the good times roll.
Really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've seen since the start of the playoff, teams like Washington, Ohio State, Clemson, among others, have made this trip down here to the Bayou.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crosses the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Man, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Fighting off the defender.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got it now inside the 15. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. The back's got it. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
They'll run it from the gun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The 8th play of this opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And now a carry here for the fullback. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. So a serious defensive battle as we wrap up the first quarter. These teams pursuing a national championship. Let's take a look at the game summary so far. We'll see if these offenses can find a spark, get a rhythm going in the second quarter of this playoff game. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. A handoff from the shotgun. He shreds the tackle. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And they've got him.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
They feed the fullback this time. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. The Wolverines offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players, just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looking right, this one caught. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. The Wolverines will send the punt team onto the field. On the return, it's Marshall. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stiff arms the man. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Fighting him off. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
He's across the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The offense now operating in the red zone. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And they get set now to try the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes a quick grab. They stop him, but it's a first down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught. Completion. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. And the Wolverines hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete, a last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass finds the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. And the single back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. You tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Oh, here comes the reverse. Fights off a defender. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And there's the handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. We're going to kick it away for the second time. Running it back, it's Marshall. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Offense trots out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Not much on that play, brought down short. Tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop. And the Michigan offense back out on the field.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the Wolverines will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Kicked it too far. It lands in the end zone for a touchback. Receivers are bunched together. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
As we head to the 4th, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. Here's the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. The big fullback's got it here. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a first down. They give it to the big fullback here. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
These are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Second down play coming up. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 25. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Important second down play coming up. He hands it off from the gun. And that run produces a decent gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Can they keep this drive going, trying to convert on third down now? There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Got space, looking to score.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Holds it in and gets 6.
And now here comes the point after attempt. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. The coverage team brings down the returner. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Looking to throw it on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And he drops back in the gun. Cannot escape it. Down he goes. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Second down. We're going to throw it. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. And he's brought down there. The Wolverines come to the line to run the hurry up. Third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. The pass rush closing in. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense. The offense will try to recover now. It's 2nd and 12. Now they'll just clock it. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Defense is coming after him. Can't find anybody on third down, throws it away, and now fourth down coming up.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back, and I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to tack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And the offense takes a timeout with 15 seconds remaining. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Inside the 30 now. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point makes it a 28-zip lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback looking to scramble. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.